From my hotel room in St. John's, Newfoundland, hello everybody, and welcome to the August 2019 edition of the Game Show Canada. I'm Marc Power. Now, this is the last day of my vacation. By the time this goes up on YouTube, I will be back to the daily grind, working 60-hour weeks in Alberta. But for now, I'm just enjoying one last night and had a great vacation. Today was no exception. Walked down to the Avalon Mall, which, for those of you who don't know, is the biggest shopping center in Atlantic Canada, with over 100 stores at 500,000 square feet. It's just been newly renovated with a new movie theater, including a arcade. While I was there, I played the world's largest Pac-Man and got the high score, but I don't know how long my name's going to stay at the top because I didn't think I played it that well. So, in fact, by the time I'm recording this, it's probably long gone. I feel like George Costanza from Seinfeld. And after at the mall, I had lunch at Chess's Fish and Chips for the first time. This is a restaurant that was featured on the Food Network's You Gotta Eat Here. And it lived up to the hype. It was delicious food. I was a little disappointed they didn't have cod tongues that day, because that's one of my favorite dishes, as disgusting as that may sound to some of you. But they had cod cheeks instead, and they were just as good. And then after that, dessert was at Moo Moo's Dairy Bar, which is a famous ice cream shop downtown in this city, where they make all their own ice cream from scratch. Had a vanilla and chocolate soft serve there, and I took back to the hotel a tub of turtle cheesecake, which I'm enjoying right now, and it's fantastic. So I really couldn't ask for much more. So no regrets. I know there's some friends I didn't get to see, and some things I probably could have done didn't get to do. But that's the way it goes sometimes. But anyway, before I turn this into a tourist information video, let's get back to the topic at hand and talk about this month's edition of the Game Show Canada. Several times in the past, I've mentioned that one of the key aspects of a successful show is to have a good host and a good game. Because sometimes a bad show can do okay if it has a good host. Well, a bad host at the same time can kill a really good show. So with that in mind, we talk about a show where producers took a risk taking a host who previously wasn't that great and put him on a show that was meh, but they got lucky and somehow it worked and it had a decent run. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to talk about the 80s Canadian game show, Guess What?
Get ready to guess who narrated the untouchable narrator, where they are dancing, when you found a fish expert. If you can guess, you'll win on Guess What? And now, here's the star of our show, Robin Ward.
We're here. Thank you. Thank you. Nice to see you. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome to Guess What? We got a great show today, an exciting day, I think. The Morrisons are our new champions, and, of course, Craig Morrison.
Guess What was created by Nick Nicholson and Roger Muir, and produced by Glenn Warren Productions, the same company behind Headline Hunters, which I've already reviewed. And it aired on the CTV networks for 4 seasons. The host is Canadian actor and journalist Robin Ward. Robin had previously hosted a short-lived revival of To Tell the Truth in the United States, which lasted 1 season. Truth be told, his performance was subpar there. I don't know if he was green, out of his element, or what, but on Guess What? He improved quite a bit. A tad on the hokey side, and certainly not a candidate for greatest ever, but he does alright. Also on hand is announcer Nick Hollenrake, best known for his work on The Mad Dash. The game is a simple Q&A game between 2 families of 3. A question is asked and 6 choices are posted. Player on one team takes a guess, and if they're right, their team earns 60 points. If they're wrong, the value drops by 10 points, and the player on the opposing team gets a guess. This continues alternating back and forth between both teams until someone gets it right. After 2 questions, the game goes into a team effort question. A question is asked with 4 choices. The players have 5 seconds to think it over and secretly choose an answer by using these demented ping pong paddles. If one player gets it right, it's worth 20 points for their team. If 2 get it right, it's worth 50 points, and if the entire team is right, it's worth 100 points. After a few rounds of this, the game concludes with a final team effort question worth either 100, 200, or 300 points, depending on how many players on the team get it right. The team with the high score after this question wins the game, receives a couple of small prizes, and moves on to the bonus round. In the bonus round, the team faces 3 more questions. The first has 4 choices, the second has 5, and the third has 6. Each player gets 1 guess at the question. If either one member of the team gets the correct answer, then they win $50. In the second question, they could earn another $50 for a total of $100. And if they get both right, the third question is played for a bonus prize, with about the same value as the main game. Any team that won 5 games in a row, later 7, retired as champions and won a trip. Now, ignoring the painfully low budget, it's a functional game, but it's a gimmick that gets stale quickly. And I also wish they spent less time chit-chatting and moved the game faster, because then they'd be able to get more questions in. But there was one questionable moment. In one episode that I can no longer find online, it featured a contestant named Marianne Quarles, who was apparently a leading actress in the country at the time. The problem is, it became clear almost immediately that she knew pretty much everybody on the crew, which is something that would never happen with standards and practices today. And I'm surprised it was allowed back then. And what really bugs me about that is, if she was a leading actress, why would she be wasting her time competing on a show where the most she could win was $100? Oh wait, she has to split that 3 ways. So the most she could win was $33.34. After Guess What, Robin's career continued, making several acting appearances in films and TV, and doing a lot of voiceover work. He also served as a weatherman and entertainment reporter for CFTO TV out of Toronto, and hosted a talk show called Good Morning Toronto. So that was Guess What. It was an okay quizzer, and Robin Ward got his redemption and proved that he can be a very capable host. And it worked out to a 4-year run, which is not bad. Could it have run longer if certain things had been different? Maybe, but who's to say? So that'll wrap it up for the Games of Canada for this month. For next month, we're going to be doing something a little bit special. Back when I did the very first video, I mentioned that Time Chase was going to be next. And without even mentioning why, I didn't do it and instead did Lingo. I'm going to admit the reason why now. For a few years now, I've been trying to convert all my game show DVDs to a hard drive, just to make it easier to find them and to do trades. But in the process, the original hard drive I bought crashed, and I lost a lot of episodes, unfortunately. It's been a bit difficult for me, because there were some rarities in there that I know I've lost, and I think are going to be tough for me to find again. That being said, no, I don't want anyone out there to feel sympathetic and start saying, what are you missing? I can send it to you. No, I'm not going to do that. I will get them back fair and square, because it was my own fault for not saving the disc until I was sure the episode was converted. So, it's okay. But the good news is, since I've been on vacation, I've been able to convert more DVDs, and I did find I had another copy of one of the episodes of Time Chase. And I think that's enough material I can work with. So finally, after a long delay, Time Chase will be the September edition of the Games of Canada. and I hope you'll be here for that. Anyway, as I wrap up my vacation here, I'm about to enjoy this tasty calzone from Greco Pizza, and it's my favorite pizza place, and they're only in Atlantic Canada. I send them emails every day saying, expand to Western Canada. There's lots of Atlantic Canadians up here. You have an incredible market potential. But no such luck. I guess the old Andy Dufresne strategy from the Shawshank Redemption, send them letters until they get so annoyed they do it just to shut you up, isn't working. Maybe I'll start sending 2 a day. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and enjoy this, and I hope that you will tune in next month with the Games of Canada. Until then, as we say in Newfoundland, long may your big jib draw.